Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here. Got another Master Duel video for you. It's Monday, which means it's time for another one of our viewer specials, the video series in which we watch games from you all, the viewers. And as we have been doing lately, and it's just regular at this point, I guess I don't need to keep pointing this out, but we are going to first begin by announcing the winner of this week's Plex Leaderboard Challenge. For those who are unaware, the Plex Leaderboard Challenge is a contest we have going on in the Discord server in which you can upload your untapped win rate as recorded by the Untapped companion in your profile on their website, and we will be awarding prizes every single week to the player with the highest win rate. You don't have to play in any special events or in a tournament. Just download the Untapped companion, which you can do for free using my affiliate link in the description below. That also does help support the channel, but just download that, play Ranked Ladder as you normally would, and you could end up winning prizes for it. So this week, our winner is going to be Neo Geo. Neo Geo boasting a very impressive win rate of 81.4% using a very, very cool deck for the most part as well here. Red Eyes. Look at this, 78.9% win rate with a Red Eyes deck. Looks like also dabbling in a bit of Lab for the Duelist Cup and on Ladder as well. But wow, just goes to show, it's something that I've said a lot, right? Like, you can do very well with, rogue or lower power level decks. But yeah, very, very cool to see. Congrats, Neo Geo. And you will be awarded this week's prize of a free 30-day subscription to Untapped Premium. Also, a cool thing about Untapped recently is that they actually added a new feature so that everyone can now see all of their stats from the last 6 months. Before that, it was only the last 7 days. Now you can see how well your game has been improving over the last 6 months that you've had the Untapped companion downloaded. So again, if you want it for free, if you want to try this out, use my affiliate link in the description below. And again, you could potentially win some prizes over on our Discord server. Invite for that link is also going to be in the description below. And that is also where you are going to want to head if you want to submit games for the viewer special. That is going to be a separate thing in a separate channel labeled viewer special submissions in the Discord server. There we will be able to leave your 9-digit player ID so that I can view your replays for the viewer special here. Do make sure that your replays are saved publicly. I am not able to view any replays that are not saved publicly. But information I'll need alongside of your 9-digit player ID is that if you have more than one replay saved, you're definitely going to want to leave the name of your opponent and or date and time of the specific game you want me to watch. If you have multiple games to submit, that is totally cool. You could submit as many as you would like. I only ask that you don't submit the same game over and over again. And as always as ever, we can only feature so many games per week, but there's always the next week. We're always doing these viewer specials again, literally every single week. So also, even if your game didn't make the submissions, rather make the video, I did very likely watch it because I go through pretty much all of them to find some of the ones that I think are pretty neat there. And there's a lot of neat ones that I also don't end up featuring because, again, we get so many per week, which is very, very awesome. Thank you all, everybody, for continuing to contribute to these series here. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the games from this week. Okay, our first game comes to us from Kenny. Kenny! We love to see Kenny's games. Kenny's a very, very good duelist who has games here playing Runic Generator. We're going to go ahead and pop in. I believe this game here is against Labyrinth, and I think it's going second against Lab as well. Going second against Lab using the new support. So yeah, when a new selection pack comes out, I like to, if I can, feature games from you all that are utilizing that. Also, I just realized my Untapped companion isn't up. I can open that, and once I do here, we should be able to, oh, it might not load mid-game. Oh, it is load mid-game. There we go. See, another cool feature of the Untapped companion is that you can not only see your own deck in real time, but you can also see the list of replays, which is really neat. So, yeah. Alright, so like I said, Kitty's opponent here is going to be taking the first turn and leading with the Ariana for the big welcome. Not only that, but also Arias, the butler, coming up here, being able to set that Labyrinth directly from the hand, and also it can be activated this turn, which would be pretty brutal if we didn't have the Ash Blossom here. So, for those who are wondering what the Runic Generator deck got as new support, Sleipnir, the Runic main, being able to summon a level 9 Runic fusion monster is pretty huge for this particular variant, so... Now you might notice that Arias did come back because the Big Welcome Lab got chained against, right? If it gets chained to, you can bring back the Butler as well. Very, very cool card. Anyway, we're going to lead with Vala here. I will say Runic Generator is a deck that's like kind of beyond my comprehension of it. I just don't really know that much about Generator, and I'm not the most experienced with Runic variants in particular. But it's got 2 trap cards you don't usually see in Lab, which is kind of wild. Compulsory is not too uncommon, but Archfiend's Ghastly Glitch. That's interesting. Alright, so we get the World Legacy and Runic spells resolving here. Grabbing the Sleipnir. Well, the World Legacy spell didn't resolve, I don't think, but anyway. Ariana chaining to the, what's it called? The Generator Lonefire. What's his name? Lopter, that one. Oh, this thing makes the... Yeah, okay, so what does this card actually do? Like, what is its effects? During your main or opponent's battle phase, you can target a face of monster your opponent controls banished with that monster and this card until the end phase. First, add from the main deck to your opponent's hand, you can switch summon a Runic token. Wow! So not only is the level relevant for this particular variant, but this card actually just has some really good effects, too. Also, Runic Generator, very on-theme deck for lore. Not only, like, in theme lore, or, like, in game lore, because a lot of the Generator stuff is referenced in Runic cards, but also Norse mythology. Both Generators and Runics are having to deal with that. I'm not an expert, as you can probably tell from the way I'm talking about it. I just know vaguely that they are connected by IRL mythology, but... Yeah, I mean, we have a pretty nasty Generator setup here against our opponent's stuff. That's the thing about Generator. Like, once the boss stage and the Har get rolling with the Omni Negate, it's like, it just feels like such an uphill battle. I love that whenever you draw for turn, the boss stage activates. It makes you feel like you did something wrong for drawing for turn. It's like, I'm just trying to start my turn here. It's good. Gain to banish. Was that transaction rollback? No, it was Terrors of the Overroot. Another interesting normal trap card, but not like a regular either. So again, we do have Lopter. That means we can go into plays. We can grab the Vala. Vala's going to bring back Martel. Martel gets to add the Hela. Which is hella good here. No, that was terrible. That was terrible. That was terrible. But, no, yeah, it looks like our opponent's just going to end up conceding here. Wow, so that just goes to show the power of Runic Generator, and really how well the Runic engine now supports generators with Sleipnir, the Runic main. I think that was definitely an intentional design choice on Konami's part, for sure, to make the new Runic support tie in and work very well with the generator stuff as well there. So, of course, Runic is not only good for getting out Sleipnir, but you also just get to play a really good engine in its own right. Cool stuff. Very, very good game. Thank you for showing off that variant, Kenny. And then we also got to see Arias, the lab butler, from the opponent's side as well. So again, I thought this was a pretty cool game to not only showcase the deck, but also kind of showcase another new card while we were at it. But we do, of course, still have a couple more games to check out. Let us watch the next one here. Okay, so our next game comes to us from Trash Player, aka Andrew, over on the Discord server, who has this 10-turn game, wow, against 001 here. So we're playing Phantom Knights, but we're also rocking some of the new Armored Xyz cards, including the new Full Armored Dark Knight Lancer. We're going to be bringing this version of Phantom Knight up against a Super Heavy Samurai Penned Pile deck. I believe opponent is also going to be on Zephyrs and some other random Pendulum stuff as well. So Another going second game, and we don't have any disruption here. Definitely not ideal. We are going to end up facing against the motorbike for Wakaushi for the Big Benki for the Soul Piercer. Pretty typical Super Heavy Samurai stuff so far. But again, our opponent is on more of a penned pile as opposed to pure Super Heavy Sam. We do have the Nib. I said we didn't have any disruption. We do end up having the Nibiru here. But we'll have to see how useful that ends up being. I know a lot of the time against Super Heavy Samurai, the Nib doesn't end up getting to do as much as you would like. But here it looks like, let's see. This is the Excel. No, we're making bore load right now. Oh, okay. So that means we kind of have to Nib now, or we could also save it. Because really a Nib now would only eat the bore load. But yeah, no, I think it's right to do it here. It's like, it's better than nothing. It's like we might as well get rid of an Omni Negate and also put a body on the board. Well, we have the Terratop, so the body on the board might not be. We also have Tour Guide, though, so it's like, eh. But yeah, this is why Nib tends to not be as great against Super Heavy Sams because of this exact reason. Usually it's Baron and not Borreload, but they can, oh my god, they can always go for a Omni Negate before they Pen Summon, and they can always have more plays with the Pen Summon, so... Yep, here's more of the Zephyr stuff here. We're getting the Zephyr Divine Strike. Or not more, we're seeing the first stuff, rather, the Zephyr stuff here. They also get to sync for Baron de Fleur. Ah, that's why they made Borreload first. That makes sense. Baron popping our own Soul Piercer to add another motorbike. Normal summoning. We have not normal summoned yet, or our opponent hasn't, rather. Wow, that's wild. Normal summoning motorbike, upping its level to sync. Now we're going for Excel Synchro Stardust. Are we going to make another 10? What 10 are we making? We already made Baron. What else? What is the other 10 this deck plays? It's been a minute. Oh, we're on Shengying. Okay. I don't think the deck normally plays Shengying. I was going to say, does Super Heavy Sam normally play another level 10 Synchro? I kind of don't think they do, unless I'm being stupid and just forgetting. We're starting by crashing into the Shengying, which makes a lot of sense. Because I feel like we definitely banish as part of our combo line, and not only do we now remove the Shengying from being a threat, because it can't protect itself from battle, now we also get to special summon the Terratop as well. Ooh, going for Bamboozling Gossip Shadow to offer a negate against the Baron. Yeah, and we have the Ash Blossom over the sea! Oh my god. Because Bamboozling Gossip Shadow will actually change a monster's effects to both players draw a card. So it's effectively an Omni Negate. Well, it's effectively a monster effect negate, I should say. That is only against monsters, right? Yeah, monster effect. So, like, opponent has the Baron here, sure, but, you know, if that activates, its effect is just going to become both players draw one card. Alright, we're going for the Rusty Bardish here. Here's the Baron effect, and again, yep, we're just going to activate Gossip Shadow. The drawing a card is definitely... Oh, but they have the Zephyr Strike. That's right. I actually forgot about that. Well, we'll have to see how this ends up panning out then. I was going to say, the draw one for both players would definitely be better for us than for them in this situation. But, yeah, I was going to say, we're not out of plays. We definitely have stuff in the yard here. We can... Gloves for Cloak. Cloak for the boots. That'll bring back the Torn Scales by its effect. We can summon the boots now. Make a rank 3 going for... Is this Break Sword? Yep, it's going to be Break Sword here. Break Sword F detached to pop both itself and the Baron de Fleur. Break Sword now gets to bring back the Torn Scales and the boots as level 4s. Meaning we can overlay again. Normally you would see going for Raider's Knight here. Oh, we are going for Raider's Knight. Okay, yep. Raider's Knight, and that will let us detach to rank up into the Arc Rebellion? Is that what we're going for? So does this negate all cards or monsters? Face up monsters, okay. We have the Fog Blade for another, for a monster to get on our opponent's turn. It makes sense. The Arc Rebellion here. What other rank 3s do we play? Yeah, because it's just Levier and another Break Sword. That makes sense. Photo gets to Pen to summon for... Oh, that's right! More Pen to pile stuff. The Symphonic Warriors this time. Ah, but the Break Sword... Yeah, it can't be... Yeah, negate that monster's effects. Trigger an effect monster in the field. Yeah, I can't protect from the Nib token because it's not an effect monster. Okay, main phase 2 opponent's going for the Electromite. We did get back our Bardish and Torn Scales, if nothing else there. Okay, Electromite popping. What was that? Which one was that? Wakaushi for the guitar. Oh my god. Now, this is where we get into pendulum stuff that is, like, beyond me. I am not a pend player myself, personally. I think the only pendulum deck I've really ever played besides Super Heavy Samurai was DDD. Oh, I do love Auroradon, though. You know, any line that goes for Auroradon is okay by me. I mean that, too. I actually like Auroradon quite a bit. I understand why people don't like Auroradon combos, but I think they're neat. No, it's like I've said before. Like I like pile decks because I think it's really cool to be able to blend archetypes and get something that like operates completely differently or sometimes even better than like, you know, it's greater than the sum of its parts. That's the phrase I was looking for. Plus, like, I just think it would be boring if like everything was hard archetype locked. I've talked about this before, being like, ah yes, a new Blackwing card that I can only play with other Blackwing stuff. I can't wait to add this to my Blackwing deck and do nothing else with it. It's like, I don't know, again, I understand why people like playing like one archetype and nothing else, but not my personal preference. Okay, so here we're making our other break sword. Is this going to end up being the Zeus, I wonder? It looks like it is, yep. Because I saw we are on a downer to Zeus line as well. Yep, there's the Downward, and then of course, Zeus. Got 2 board wipes with it, so yeah, I was gonna say, we just use one of them right now. Oh, they do get to summon the Zephyr Yang Zing, that's right, but we also get to add a Fog Blade here, so... Setting the Fog Blade while having Zeus up might look a little weird, but it's definitely correct here. It's really easy for the opponent to, like, just have like a monster that negates effects or something. Just like, there's so many situations where it could come up, right? I was gonna say they get to add another Zephyr spell, trap card, of course, the field spell. Which is pretty much just their Rhoda, right? Because the only thing it does is, yeah, let you ritual summon, I think. When you ritual summon, or special, oh, okay. It's not just ritual summoning, it's whenever you just use a Zephyr monster as a material. Yep, there's Zephyroth. Going for the pen to summon here. We're being very patient, which I like. I think we should definitely try to use the Fog Blade before we activate Zeus's effects. And again, the patience pays off here, because I think a lot of people would have board wiped. As you can see, our opponent didn't even end up having plays here. Okay, we get to Phantom Scales, pitch the Maxi for the Silent Boots in the yard, banish Silent Boots to add a rank up spell, actually. The Phantom Knight's rank up Magic Force. That's right, this is where we're going for the Armored Xyz plays. Ah, you might have thought those weren't gonna come up here, but they are actually. We get to overlay our rank 3 Leviair into the Xyz Armor Fortress. Now we can add the full Armored Xyz and Armored Xyz from deck to hand. Move to battle phase. Xyz Armor Fortress is gonna battle as well as Zeus here. And then we get to pass with the full Armored Xyz face down. Now the rank 7 here, where is it? It's the extra deck somewhere, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the rank 7 has to do a lot with equipping stuff, and that's kind of what the trap card in Armored Xyz. Yeah, here it is, it's coming out, the full Armored Xyz Lancer. Oh my god, we get to equip the Dark Rebellion, it's so good. Oh, we even got to lethal with it, love to see it. So that is one way in which you can use the new Armored Xyz cards. It's kind of weird, right? Like, they are mostly an extra deck and spell trap archetype, but they're also very Xyz based. So you need to use them with another deck a lot of the time for them to get their plays going. Phantom Knight, as you can see, definitely ends up being a very, very good home for this new deck. All right, we have one more game that we're going to check out for this video here. So let's go into that last one. Okay, our last game comes to us from 8bots, who also sometimes goes by Hexbots, or in this case, Urio. That's so good, I love it. Alright, so we're going to see a game here where I believe it's Unchained? Yes, Unchained going first versus Super Heavy Samurai. Let's check this out. I wanted to see more Unchained games just because I really don't know this deck particularly well. Like, I know I made the video on it, but, like, I have a good grasp, I think, of, like, the base combo lines, but doing more advanced or technical plays, I think, is something I could very much use some work on. So here we open with a trap card and the Sharvara, so we can get the Rakia. Rakia is popping Sharvara, and then we can also Abominable Unchained Soul from hand. Yeah, I think just because I also have, like, never played Unchained, like, I think, like, a lot of people, I've never played Unchained, like, at all before this new support, so it's not just getting used to playing with the new support for me, it's just, like, getting used to playing with this deck, period. Oh, interesting, we get to Ghost Spell, or our opponent, rather, gets to Ghost Spell the Yama here. Ooh, and then also Druid Swarming as well, okay. Yeah, so we're passing there. We do have the Maxi up, so that's good. Let's see what they end up doing here. There's the motorbike. Yep, yeah, because like I said, it is going to be super heavy samurai. On the Bestials is kind of interesting, but not like unheard of, or even bad by any means. Bestials are actually really, really good in this meta. You might not think they would be good in Snake Eye meta, because fire isn't dark or light, but IP is very much a dark monster, and Snake Eye very, very much likes going into IP and cares about it, so definitely makes sense there. Alright, Bestial Dissipator coming down on the opponent's board here. Druid Swarm F is going to send the Yama. They also get to search off of the Soul Piercer, as well as Wakashi's F. Thank God we have this Maxi up here. But it's going to Dissipator our attempt to Sharvara. It looks like we're not playing Nib in the main either, so we do not have that to necessarily fall back on. Be interesting to see how this turn ends up playing out here. Okay, there's the Abominable Chamber, bringing back the Yama that was just sent. That actually will proc the Yama effect. They're going to Ghost Ogre it. I mean, to be fair, this is probably the best use you're going to get out of Ghost Ogre in this matchup. There's so many Unchained cards that are like, oh no, please don't destroy me. Well, and even then, we still got to search the Abominable Unchained here. Now Sharvara F gets to set the Escape. We're still in a really, really good spot. Oh, they had Normal Summoned. I didn't even realize that. So yeah, they get to Normal Summon Soul Piercer, link it off for Scarecrow. Have they Penned Summoned yet? I don't think they have. Does not look like it. Nope, there it is right now. Yeah. Penned Summoner for the Scales. Oh, I got the Motorbike as well. But again, we do have the Maxi up, so even if we don't have a Nib to draw into, we are just going to gain a ton of advantage. We can still find Valor, we can still find Ash Blossom. We definitely have things to do here, for sure. Okay, Soul Piercer, adding Soul Peacemaker. Excel Synchro bringing back the Motorbike. Ooh, oh, that's right. Yeah, I saw that on the Discord that you pulled the Royal Tour Guide, or crafted one, I think, rather, while crafting for this deck. Excuse me. Wow, looks like our opponent's going for like an OTK here, making the Musara-O. They're playing so hard into Nib. I so wish we could punish them with it right now. Oh, they're doing the Tilting Entertainment stuff. Wait, are they going for a Calamity Lock? That'd be interesting if true. I mean, I guess it would make sense. Because then we wouldn't be able to, like, Nib or anything, and they would have lethal here. Yeah, here's the Crimson Dragon. But we have the Valor! Okay, here's the Calamity. Oh, because they Soul Horns! So we can... Oh my god. So wait. So we can still Valor on the Musara-O. Because this gives it the effect that it can attack twice? It can make a second attack. Oh, no, I see. So we're going to dodge lethal by bringing back... I see. Okay. That was a really interesting line there. Yeah, it's wild. Okay, so a lot of things happened there. Opponent actually made Calamity on their own turn. Oh, and didn't even try to play through the follow-up. That's so weak on our opponent's part. Maybe their connection legitimately did fail, but that definitely feels like a surrender on their part. I was really eager to see, I mean, of course we have a million cards in hand, so it would have been too difficult, but I was pretty eager to see how we were going to end up coming back from that one. Yeah, no, it looks like our opponent They went for a Calamity Luck on their own turn, which is like how you're supposed to be able to do it, right? But it's funny seeing Super Heavy Samurai of all decks end up doing that. But yeah, it was not able to be enough for them to OTK there. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Thank you, 8bots, as well as everyone else who submitted for this week. Gotta give a huge thanks for that as well, because, you know, I really like this series. I like being able to check out decks that, you know, I don't get to craft or play, just because I don't have all the time and resources in the world to be able to play everything, but also just getting to see other people play, and their perspectives and all that fun stuff. Very, very much helps when it comes to growing as a duelist. But that's going to be it for this viewer special. Thanks again for watching. Let's move now to our outro. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. That means a lot to me. It's also a great way to support the channel, so thank you very much in that way as well. If you're interested in supporting the channel in other ways, like the very special patrons that I am thanking here, you can do so by checking out some of the links in the description. One of those goes to the Patreon, where you can join these fine folk and support the channel that way. I do post daily content over on Patreon, so you do get something for support there. And if you're interested, I also have a coaching tier option as well. Details again will be on Patreon in the link below. Also in the description linked below is my Twitch page where I stream a few times a week. You can go ahead and check that out, follow or subscribe over there if you ever want to catch me live. You'll also find my second YouTube channel if you feel like subscribing over there to watch some of the Twitch VODs as well as some additional non-Yu-Gi-Oh related content that I make over there. Again, any of those links you want to check out is all a great way of supporting. But again, even if you don't do that, just watching was also a fantastic way to support. And once again, I have to thank you so very much. But in any case, this is Hexlex. I'm going to be signing out, and I'm hoping you have a fantastic day.